Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about some very interesting things that have been happening with Paper Mario. Now this includes Paper Mario being leaked, the review reactions for the game as well, but also something found in the code, because if you guys haven't seen this yet, people have been digging into the code and found some very interesting things that could end up being Nintendo Switch 2 content. Kinda, you'll see what I mean. We also have some devs describing the Nintendo Switch 2 and Kingdom Hearts 2 and the rest of the series coming to the Nintendo Switch, and this information is from Nintendo Insider Midori, which is really exciting because she's a pretty prominent Nintendo leaker, and Sega and Atlas, but she does have some Nintendo information as well. And Nintendo just bought a developer company as well, which might also be for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's really interesting which one they picked. As always guys, if you guys enjoyed the information that we covered here and want more topics like this, make sure you guys subscribe and leave a like. It really helps the video get pushed when you do that. And tell me what you guys want to see in the next Nintendo Direct as well. I'm really curious. So first up, let's talk about the Kingdom Hearts Nintendo Switch leak and also some information about Kingdom Hearts 4 as well. So if you guys have been wondering, what is he talking about? Kingdom Hearts is already on the Nintendo Switch, right? Well, those are the cloud ports. A lot of people say they don't like the cloud ports, and I haven't bought them and played them myself, but I've seen people talk about them, I've read reviews, and it's just not good. A lot of us Kingdom Hearts fans just want it physical on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know why Square Enix decided to do cloud ports. It would have been just the easiest thing to port these to the Nintendo Switch and have them on the cartridge. I don't know what they were thinking. The only thing I can think of is that just they wanted easy money. Funny enough, I think it would have sold really well, more than the Steam versions, or not the Steam versions, the cloud versions I mean. And I think that's the important thing here if they do come to the Nintendo Switch 2 according to Minori's information. Because recently Square Enix has says that they want to put more games on multiple platforms, including the Nintendo Switch 2 as well, which this doesn't surprise me that it might be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and not just Kingdom Hearts 4. So this is what Midori said. I heard something similar a few months ago too, but I didn't believe the information at the time. In February, someone sent me the message about Missing Link, Kingdom Hearts 4, and the Steam ports, but I did not know the source at the time, but it was looking like the information is correct. But I was not familiar with the Kingdom Hearts series. But it is looking like the information is correct. Now, assuming this information is correct, the stuff that she says about the Nintendo Switch 2 must also be correct as well. So someone replied, what did they say? And she replied with, they said the Steam ports were in development since last summer. A company named BitGroove is working on Missing Link, and the next beta test would be in April. Kingdom Hearts 4 has a small online features and looks very different from the trailer. The codename is Quattro, which that in and of itself is very interesting, having it look very different from the trailer, which makes sense because the different worlds, there would be different looks. She also said she wasn't familiar with the Kingdom Hearts series, so maybe she doesn't know that there are different worlds that have different art styles. So maybe what was described was another world, which is pretty exciting. But the next line is very exciting for me. And the entire series in Kingdom Hearts 4 might come to the next Nintendo hardware. Now, if this does happen, I don't want it to be cloud ports. I don't think we need cloud ports. I mean, the Nintendo Switch 2 is supposed to be more powerful, so you would think that Square Enix would look at that and say, oh, maybe we should actually put these on the console. I mean, they just came to Steam, so I think it is a good chance, a high chance actually, that these do come to the Nintendo Switch 2. And moving on to some really exciting Nintendo Switch 2 news, especially for 1,000 Year Door, which I'm going to be picking up tomorrow. I cannot wait. Honestly, I'm gonna get it from Target probably, because Target opens up at like 8 and I can get it right in the morning. But anyways, as you guys probably have seen, apparently Paper Mario and the 1,000 Year Door was leaked out and people have it running at 60 FPS. So this makes a lot of people see this and say, hey, maybe I do want it at 60 FPS. I know some people don't care, but there are some people who do care. But overall, something very interesting is now we know the resolution of Paper Mario and the 1,000 Year Door. In docked, it's gonna be 900p, and in handheld mode, it's gonna be, I think, 680p, I believe it was. Now, the interesting thing about this is within that code, because the game did leak out and people do have access to the code, there is some things about 4K resolution within the code of the actual game, which leads people to believe that, hey, maybe Nintendo is gonna do a Nintendo Switch 2 patch. This is something that I really wanted Nintendo Switch to do, or I mean Nintendo to do, and this does actually bring up the question, is Nintendo gonna have these free updates for Paper Mario and the 1,000 Year Door in other games? Like, as soon as you pop it in, you get that update for free. Or maybe it's going to be part of the Nintendo Switch Online service for free. Well, free in the way that you would have to pay for the service and then you get it for free. But it does really make you wonder, if it's found in the 1,000 Year Door code, does that mean that Nintendo has other things in other games that are new? Like, for instance, does Luigi's Mansion HD have that in its code as well for 4K resolution? Will another Nintendo Switch game get updated before the Nintendo Switch 2 and have that in its code as well? It's going to be very interesting to see. I think the more we see this 4K resolution ability within new Nintendo Switch games leading up to the Switch 2, it's going to be very clear that yes, Nintendo is probably going to do upscale versions of their current Nintendo Switch games. I don't see why they wouldn't, right? And other future Nintendo Switch games as well. I don't know. That gets me really excited. What do you guys think? Do you think Nintendo's going to do that? And do you think this is a sign that Nintendo will do it? Don't know why I said that twice. And keeping up with the Nintendo Switch 2 news, it seems that Nintendo has bought a company. This is what IGN has to say about that. Nintendo announced today that it's acquiring Shiver Entertainment, the company behind the Nintendo Switch ports of Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat 1, and more. The company said in its press release that it's entered an agreement with Embracer to buy 100% of the outstanding shares of the Miami-based Shiver, making it a wholly owned subsidiary. Shiver was founded in 2012, and since then Nintendo notes has partners with publishers and developers through commissions for large-scale title developments. It was acquired by Embracer Group in 2021. And this is what Nintendo had to say in their Twitter post. By welcoming Shiver's experience and accomplished development team, Nintendo aims to secure high-level resources for porting and developing software titles. Going forward, even after it became part of the Nintendo Group, Shiver's focus will remain the same, continuing commissions that port and develop software for multiple platforms, including Nintendo Switch. So I think the reason why they did this, or at least one of the reasons, is more than likely Nintendo really wants that third-party support and they want really great ports for the Nintendo Switch 2. So I think this is fantastic. I think this is a sign that we're going to get a lot of great third-party supports on the next Nintendo Switch console. As for what games we were going to see, maybe there'll be new ones, some of them will be old ones. Honestly, two games that I really want to see on the Nintendo Switch for just the longest time is Shadows of War and Shadows of Mordor. Those games are fantastic and they would be perfect on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, they ran on the PS4 and the Xbox One, so I don't see why they can't come to the Switch 2. It's either that or I'll have to buy a Steam Deck, but you know. And let's move on to the last Nintendo Switch leak, or I guess you could call it a Nintendo Switch 2 leak, because more than likely I would assume this is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. Again, Square Enix wants to bring these games to multiple platforms, and the Switch 2 is part of that. So this also comes from Midori, and the title from My Nintendo News says Final Fantasy IX Remake is real, but there's no Final Fantasy X Remake. This is what My Nintendo News has to say about the topic. Accurate leaker Midori has commented on Square Enix and a couple of the projects which the Japanese video game developer has in development. She corroborated reports that Square Enix is currently working on a remake that's acclaimed Final Fantasy IX, which launched on the original Sony PlayStation back in 2000. I don't know why I said 2000 like that. Midori also revealed that Square Enix has no plans at the present to remake the PlayStation 2 adventure Final Fantasy X or 10. And then they go on about Square Enix making games multi-platform for other games in the future, which I already told you guys about that. But yeah, if this is coming, you know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is about this game, and I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, I've never played Final Fantasy IX. Yeah, over probably 500 hours in Final Fantasy 14. I played Final Fantasy 13, 12, 11. I've played 10. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy. I've even played World of Final Fantasy, and yeah, I've just never played this. So maybe I'll go back and play it, the original ones, or any remasters that they've ever done. I don't know if they've done remasters of Final Fantasy IX. I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comment section below. But yeah, I'm all for a remake if that's what they do. And that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.